Kidnap Survivor Stories. According to Reddit. Number 15. I wasn't in a dangerous situation. I believe I was around 5 years old. My dad was divorcing my mom, who is a raging alcoholic, a compulsive liar, and very mentally ill. So one day she took me to this large home where different women with kids stayed. I believe it was in some kind of park or forest. I remember I asked my mom if Daddy would join us or if he knew we would be gone. Of course she lied and said yes, he knows and he doesn't mind. I would have no idea how long we stayed here. I don't remember if it was fun or not. But one day my grandmother came and took me back to my father. I remember I was crying a lot because I wanted to stay with my mom. My grandma didn't dare to get confronted by my dad, so she dropped me off and then sped off. I remember the look in my dad's eyes as I just knocked on the door and he saw me standing there. I don't remember what happened after, honestly, but it's still an odd story. Damn. That's people's life, you know. Pretty intense. How is your day so far, everyone? Hope you're doing well. Hope things are working out for you and making a lot of sense. I hope you have been making sense, spelled C-E-N-T-S. Waka waka. Get that money. Dollar bill, y'all. I'm also seeing Meme Machine say, "Hey Kyle, sorry I haven't been able to tune in lately. I've been busy with work and college." Again, guys, don't come in here apologizing to me that you haven't been able to catch the stream live. I appreciate you and the hustle. And these videos are here for you whenever you need them. Whether you're coming into the stream live or watching it after the fact. If you feel that you are a little bit guilty and owe me something for not being here live in person, you can just like the video. And that goes a much longer way than you may anticipate. Hello to Linda, Nasidrol. Hope you guys are having a sexy evening. You deserve no less. What's going on, KXG? Number 14. On the list of Kidnap Survivor Stories. Not me, but a cousin of mine was kidnapped as a baby by his aunt and uncle and taken to Australia. And they were raised as their very own child. Now that's a list. Family members who kidnap people's kids. Yo. The kid was born to a middle-income family in a third-world country. My cousin's father's brother, come on man, make it easy to follow, was a wealthy man in Australia who spent the previous year living back home. He and his wife, that could not have children, plotted to visit the new baby and claim him as their own, with the father of the child aiding them in the kidnapping. The baby was taken from the mother in the middle of the night. They drugged her. Flown to Australia where the uncle and aunt claimed the child as their own. This happened in the late 90s. I'm not sure how they did it. But regardless, the child was never returned to the mother. They ended up telling her where the child was, but threatening to have her put in prison and the child be put up for adoption if she ever spoke out. So she never did. My cousin was raised until 17 years old in his family, his false family, never told him the truth, until he found out the truth by reconnecting with his mother through Facebook. When he turned 18, he confronted his parents and they admitted everything. The next day he moved out and flew 12 hours to go meet his family. Jeez. Now that's some spicy stuff. You didn't think it'd get that spicy, did you? Ashley says, I love listening to the stream while doing homework. Feels like it really helps me stay motivated, so thank you. Thank you, Ashley. And thank you all. I love lists like these. It's like it kind of puts things in perspective, makes us feel like maybe we don't have it so bad, you know? As we continue to number 13 on this list, it reads, age 11, do not go to a second location. Yep, sound advice, no matter who or what the situation is. Don't let them coax you. Fight, kick, scream. You go into a second location, you're likely gonna die. That's the way that it goes. Fight like hell to stay in the first location, even if you get taken away. Raising a huge noise can cause witnesses to go see what's going on so that they can report it. I was on my way home from school for lunch, and some guy in a small quarter-ton truck gets out, claims he's a police officer, tells me to get in the truck. Right away I'm thinking, I'm not going anywhere with this clown. He claimed to be a cop, and I asked him, where's his badge? While he's launching into a rant about how much trouble I'll be in if I don't do as he says. And in my head, I'm thinking, all we have to do is bolt behind the building right next to us. It's funny because a real cop acts like he has this kind of authority. Do I even want to get into it? Do I even want to get into it? The cop who shot Tatiana is being charged with murder. I don't even need to show his face. All of these publications got it right. They're showing her. Well, oh boy. He really blew it. That video shows him shooting a second after he starts speaking, not after he's done speaking. Let me not get into it. Oh boy. So this dude is trying to coerce this woman into a car, and thank God this woman has her head screwed on her shoulders and is like, no, I'm not gonna do that. You know, even if you were a cop, we would be right to be afraid, is the point. We would be right to be cautious and second guess you, because even if you were a cop, yeah, can we stay where the cameras are, please? Can we stay where witnesses are so that you can't flip the script later with your lying ass and the department fucking covers for you? Fuck these cops out here, these dirty ass cops. That neighborhood had a whole mess of pathways that went all over the place, and if we make it that way, there's no way that the guy is gonna catch us, okay? I straight up told him I'm not going anywhere with you. That caught him off guard, like he wasn't used to someone challenging him. Be scared if he'd done this. I mean, it'd be a shame or sad if he had done this multiple times and nobody had questioned or back-talked him like this. He got this scared look on his face and got back in his truck. Then he tried saying this BS on us that he's some secret undercover cop and not to tell anyone that he was here. Okay. My friend and I both ran home and told our parents everything. They called the cops. We gave a full description of both the truck and the guy. And the friend who was with me actually remembered the license plate. Damn, girl. I'm proud of you. You out here trying to kidnap hoes and you ain't covering up your license plate or using a fake one? We don't know if he wasn't using a fake one though. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, like I say all the time, keep your camera phones charged. And hopefully if you find yourself in a scenario where someone's trying to abduct you, you'll at the very least be able to send out a Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook story or tweet, you know, with some images of this dude. So even if you go down, man, you can stop this guy from tormenting other people. Come on now. Come on now. The friend who was with me actually remembered the license plate, and after that, I couldn't tell you what happened. We never got an update from the police, and we never saw the guy again. Oh no. Oh no. MJ Juju says, wow, love your voice. That name reminds me of Mojo Jojo, a villain or antagonist character from the popular television show Powerpuff Girls, or at least it was popular when I was kicking it back in the day, just kicking To continue up this list, we arrive at number 12, baby. Here it is. Almost kidnapped at Oktoberfest in Germany when I was 15 years old. A girl's phone was stolen, and I saw the people who took it. When she asked me if I knew who it was, I said yes, and she grabbed my arm to pull me outside of the tent that we were in. She kept asking me questions of what they looked like, but I felt odd, and I couldn't remember. A man drove up in a black caravan and asked, "What's the matter?" He has this creepy smile, and it felt like he knew the girl. They also coincidentally knew Russian. Luckily, my mom followed us and ran out of the tent that we were in and pushed me behind her. When the man said he was just checking on us, Mom lifted her fists and told me to run. I was in shock and could not move. Although we were in the back outside of the tent, there were still people who worked at the festival around. The man smiled and took the girl, who we later realized was the scout, and ran off. This was the scariest almost kidnapping I have ever encountered, and I love my mom for her willingness to sacrifice her safety for me to escape. That's what a good mom would do. Your mom's a hero. It makes me tear up just thinking about it. Boy. It's funny because if you're not vigilantly observant and expecting people to work together in their deception and lies, then you're susceptible and vulnerable to this matter of madness. Yeah, people are going to work together to trick people. Yeah, they're going to make it a stage production where it's convincing, you know? You need to not be a basic ass Facebook ingesting normie where when you see some kind of thing happen, instead of thinking to yourself, okay, my dude, this is staged as fuck. You can't just take everything at face value. You need to be suspicious. You need to be cautious. You need to be questioning things. Because people work together. And sometimes the element of surprise is all they need to have you in a position where it'll be too late for you to react. So just remain aware, situationally aware. I believe in you. The wild card says, yo, love the vids. Well, if you love them, do you also like them? Exhibit A, this thumbs up button. Do you see how it is unpressed? I would like to press you to press the thumb button. Not the down one. Well, come on now. The other one.
Jake said yes.
Yes, the wild card. To my will and to my way. Yes. Women, answer and obey. When your spirit speaks to me, with your whole heart you'll agree, and your answer will be yes. Kyle, yes. That's a Jesus song.
That's a Jesus song.
Yeah, I corrupted it for Kyle. Corrupted for Kyle. Oh my god, that sounds like a really hot cosplay idea where you dress up a lot of women like, maybe like some kind of like digital construct, like an AI, kind of like Cortana from Halo. But then like have a portion of them be like black, like, oh, the corruption Kyle. Or I guess there could be like a slimy variation of it. Like, you think they're gonna be people doing like Lord of the Rings outfits for Halloween?
I like to think so.
That's pretty specific, you know. Number 11. I don't know if it was actually kidnapping or I was just held hostage. It wasn't even for a whole day, but a person pulled a knife out and backed me into a laundry room and kept me there. What? Linda, I'm aware of that, but you're not supposed to say stuff like that. I love you, sister. My Linda, I love you. Shh, don't tell them. Don't tell them that. Why do you think I'm so abrasive? Why do you think I'm so in your face? It's not because I'm looking for the interaction in the way of likes and dislikes. It's just I'd rather be upfront, Then have people go, oh my God, I love this guy. And then after 3 weeks, I say one thing that makes them go, oh, how can he say that? What a pig. What a disgusting bastard. Oh, I hate Kyle so much. Whoa, I'm transgender. I'm transgender. How dare he say that to me?
Oh my gosh.
I have flat chest. How dare he say that to me?
What other group of people are you trying to offend in one go?
I am a monkey. How dare he say that to me?
What?
I am the Loch Ness Monster. I'm not after money only. I'm not after Tree Fitty. That is a race. That's a stereotypical thing against my race. And I will not stand for it. I am the Loch Ness Monster. Number 10. Okay? My grandfather paid the ransom. They did it again. Oops. I'm sorry. Stop it. Why is the first thing you thought, oops? Is that a mosquito flying around?
I don't know, but now I'm scared.
I can't turn it on. It'd make too much noise. We're at number 10. We can get out of here. My grandfather paid the ransom. They did it again. My grandfather got me back and didn't pay the ransom the second time.
That's badass.
No one ever heard from the kidnappers again. What the hell? I'm sorry, I'm like fairly interested in a lot of this Fortnite nonsense going down. I can't pretend I'm not. I just want to see what happens. Get to chapter 2 already, you know? Number 9 has been deleted. Let's see what's up. You guys hear all this stuff about Jeremy Renner? You know, I'm not one to pursue rumors, but if somebody proves something, boy, I'm gonna be pretty shook. You mean to tell me my Hawkeye did that to his wife? I think the rumors are something along the lines of Jeremy Renner threatened to off himself and then off his wife. You know, pretty intense. But you know, ladies will say anything. So I gotta get some of that proof. Dia was saying that the dude probably fired a weapon into the air when a child was in the house.
Yeah, they're baby.
And if that's true, you're discharging a weapon in your own home, like out of anger, because you're a big man, you better have a ride or die ho you doing some stuff like that in your house, because it doesn't look like... Who died? The Quartering just tweeted something that says brutal loss. Why? Boy, I don't have time to figure out what everybody's going on about these days. Everybody in the stream, it's lovely to see you. Hit me with a lowercase h in the chat to let me know that you are lurking, even if you're busy. You know, I just want to know that you're there. Just want to know that you're okay, and that they're not beating you anymore. You know, that you're gonna make it another day. You have the strength to make it another day, even if you feel like you're not. I love you. I appreciate you. It's nice to see all of you. Yeah. Look at y'all capital H-in. Y'all are such women out here. Okay? The glass ceiling does not need to be shattered right now. Just hit it with a lowercase h. Hey, my man hit it with an H. Yeah, I appreciate that. Michelle says, why can't Kyle appreciate Joe too? Who the hell is Joe? Is Joe the fake messiah? You know, you're lucky I'm not basic enough for Joe Mama jokes right now, because I'd take it back there. You know, I don't need the jokes to be ironic. I need them to be upsetting. For me, you being upset is kind of like a variation on a dad joke, and you do need to be calling me daddy, all of y'all, okay? I want you to wake up in your mind. Wake up in your mind. You know, not like physically waking up from like sleep, but like, you know, oh man, it sucks. I kind of just, I realize occasionally that becoming awake, you know, like, or awakening is too synonymous with being woke, which has negative connotations these days. You know, being woke is not what you want to be. But I don't know. What I want to do is wake people up. I want to open their eyes. Oh my God. If there's red pills and blue pills and black pills, what pill does Kyle want you to swallow? What color would Kyle's pill be? I am genuinely serious in wanting you guys to tell me. Let's figure it out together. What color pill would mine be? And don't say purple. You can't say red, you can't say blue, you can't say purple, and you can't say black. What color would my pill be? And hey, if you want to come up with a weird, like, off color as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't need to be one of the, turquoise pill. Boy. Acid colored? The color of acid, my dude? What color is acid to you, dude? Like a chartreuse? Which is also kind of like the color of piss? Look. No, that's a gross Kyle noise. Great. Great. Here is your image. Ugh. And as we continue this list, here we are at what I can assume is number 9. And I may be scrolling up when I needed to scroll down. Forgive me. Rainbow pill Nussie. That sounds gay as hell. Oh man, the rainbow pill. Yeah, this sounds like I'm a My Little Pony channel, huh? Oof. Number 9. I was almost kidnapped when I was 6 years old. I was in the mall, and my mom said I must wait with my brother, who was 10 years old at the time, while she went to the bathroom. Ooh. The bathrooms were close to the exit, and after my mom went into the bathroom, my brother wanted to use the bathroom. So, he left me, but he didn't warn me. I got super scared, and to this day, I thought I saw my brother head to the exit. I ran after him, searched outside in the parking lot, and I was crying so much, and then a man came up behind me, grabbed my shoulders, and started to tug me away from the mall. I began to cry louder, and a lady drove up next to him and said if everything was all right, and I said no, and I didn't know where my mom was. The man just booked it. The lady parked her car and helped me look for my mom, who was crying inside the mall calling my name. That lady was an angel. Look, if you're a parent and you're abandoning your kids, you a hoe. What are you, stupid? These little bastards are time bombs. These little bastards are actively looking for ways to abandon because they don't understand the way that the world works. You are their guide to the world. You are their shield to the world. You're supposed to, for as long as you can, keep them blissfully unaware to what's operating just on the other side of a veil. It's not like you could, even in a nice neighborhood, you can't keep all of the evils and danger of life on the other side of some train tracks. To me, if I were forced to have a kid, I would not hesitate to go out and get that little motherfucker like a harness. You know what I'm talking about? Like a borderline leash, because this little bastard gonna find a way. It can't be a rope either. It's gonna have to be some kind of adamantium style rope, because I know this little kid will find a way to break it. And it probably couldn't even be like a normal thing too. It would need to be bungee, because he'd find a way to hang himself with it or something like that. Kids are crazy. And people are after your kids. Don't matter if your kid's ugly. And if we can separate ourselves from the kids thing for a moment, some dudes, some people are just looking for warm holes. And that is terrible, but it's true. People need to be a little more careful when it comes to their children. Baby Bear says, "Hiya, Kyle. Your videos and live streams are always a great joy to see. Keep up the great work. Heart. Unfortunately, can't stay too long. Guys, you don't need to apologize to me for not being able to.
PSA, harness your spawn PLZ.
PSA, harness your spawn. It's funny because, harness has two meanings. So, I would strap a harness onto my spawn, so to speak, figuratively speaking. Technically speaking, like physically, I would harness that kid. But I can also harness the potential of a child. I saw a pretty baby on Twitter the other day who was like dancing. And I kept thinking to myself, oh my gosh, if I had a baby that pretty, they might as well be a pet, And then for a moment, I understood why so many parents are constantly taking pictures of their ugly ass kids and throwing them all over social media, and it's because perhaps in their eyes, they consider these little bastards the most beautiful thing in the world. But come on, man, y'all got to look at some stuff objectively. You're killing us. You're killing us with your constant. I don't know. What am I harping on about? I'm not going to get people to stop taking pictures of their kids, just like I'm not going to get people to stop taking pictures of their animals. It is as simple as that. Sorry, Baby Bear, to get back to what you were saying. You don't need to apologize for me for your inability to make it or stay in the streams. I appreciate you taking the time to impart your kind words, and I appreciate you watching the video, whether you're in the stream or out of the stream, and this applies to everybody. Thank you for taking the time, and thank you for hopefully liking the video. Mother Lily says, I was kidnapped as a kid by neighbor's grandpa. They found me 6 hours later underneath his laundry. What would he have done with you? What would he have done with you, Lily? Holy crap! Kidnapped by the neighbor's grandpa. What did they do to him? What was the... You're so lucky to have been found. That's the crazy part. Was your mouth taped up? Were you bound? What's the excuse here? Well. If it isn't Tara, Muha. I'm sure Tara's got some kidnapping stories that she could share. She's compact too, so she could easily just be hoisted up, thrown into a briefcase, and just whisked out of any place that she's in. Lawyer says, as I was walking to camp when I was 9 years old, some lady tried to get me into her car. Lady kidnapper scared the hell out of me, boy. Lady kidnapper scared the hell out of me, because women are very charismatic, and not to say that men aren't charismatic, but what I mean to say is women are much more easier to trust from the perspective of a child. The world views women like that still. It's something that they have in their pocket that they use and, utilize for quite a bit of power. That's just a little old lady. What's she gonna do? She ain't gonna hurt nobody. It's just a girl. You can't view a girl. She's not a monster. Oh my God. Well, let's go ahead and get through this list. What's Doctor saying? I don't have any specifics to say. I guess I'll just say dicks out for Harambe. A timely reference indeed. I think you're going to need a little bit more time, though, to where you can ironically throw that out. Okay? Just a little bit more time. Oh, damn. Wait, lawyer says... Wait. Lawyer says his mom said that she had gone to the same camp when she was 10 years old? D Magma says one of the biggest misconceptions, ladies, is that people will think she's just with her kid. Oh, you mean at a glance? For sure, Because for whatever reason in our society, we live in a society where we glance at a man and a kid, and it's like, is that their kid? But you see a lady and a kid, and it's like, oh, there go their kid. Now back to looking what I was looking at before. She already got a kid. That bitch got nothing to offer. Boom. Compared crib 996 says, Kyle, I'm sorry I called you gay from last stream. Please give me a hug. With his gay ass. Why would I want to give a hug to a projecting gay man? I only hug gay men who are comfortable in their sexuality. You know? I don't want to hug none of these dudes that are like...
This is the second time they've said it.
What you mean?
That was the second time they had said it.
Oh, I didn't see it the first time. Sorry, I just saw something like flying. And a part of me wanted to try to get it.
Also, fuck you, compared crib.
What you mean?
He said fuck you after what you said, so I'm like, fuck you too.
I mean, y'all out here timing him out. You guys are being nicer than I would. Fuck this guy.
I kinda wanna see him.
Yeah, we kind of do want to see him come back because we like that. We like when people are twerps, but I'm not in the mood for it. He was an idiot last stream and he's an idiot this stream. That's two consecutive. You out here habitually line stepping, you know. But for real, you know, I feel like the type of people that wanna. I mean, it is just a silly little. Man, fuck them.
Oh, I'm nice.
What the hell, Tara? My pants. Oh, I gotta get these pants off. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I know you usually don't have pants.
Hey, my kept secret. Okay. My God.
They're coming out. I'm exposing you.
I don't know how to communicate this to you, Tara. But I love you. I've always loved you. Tara and I used to play Minecraft like, I want to say like 7 years ago now. Think about that. 7 years ago?
You're so old.
Yo!
So old.
I wonder if I could sign on to 360 and find the worlds that Tara was a part of. Do you get what I'm saying? Linda says, Kyle, everybody already knows that I don't wear pants. That's not true. Just because one time Emmy bought me pizza and I was like, oh, I gotta put on pants, that doesn't mean I always don't wear pants. Tara, I love you. Okay, thank you so much. I mean, you're such a showstopper. You're out here demonstrating your capacity, your strength, your ferocity, your willingness, and your loyalty as a woman. Guys, I can't, please give it up. I am not a nudist. Give it up. I am not a nudist. Give it up for Tara. Thank you. Wow. Damn Tara. Tara out here flossing. She's so incredible. Speaking of flossing, Fortnite has been offline for about 2 days now. You know, the world is on suicide watch. Okay? What are we gonna do? What are we doing without Fortnite? What is there to do? Hey guys, can I tell you something? I was so excited that I took a picture of the screen when I saw it, but then I realized I don't have anybody to show. And that if I posted it in my own Discord, that it would make me seem like some kind of weird man. Some kind of food-driven weirdo. Domino's accepts PayPal now. I think that's fantastic. You know? PayPal link in the description. I'm kidding. But like for real though. How cool is that? I never thought the day would come. Because up until now, you've had to go through, like, if you wanted to order pizza by PayPal, you had to use PayPal to then buy, like, cards and then use those gift cards on the site. But I think that's really cool that Domino's just accepts PayPal straight the fuck up. You know, Home Depot has accepted PayPal for a long time. And I think that's really forward thinking. I think that's so cool. Oh my God. Guys, man, Tara got my voice cracking. That's what she likes. She likes to have that power. You know, if the police showed up, she'd be all like, these are my kids. And I'd be like, no, she kidnapped those kids. They're mine. Whatever you say, black guy. Cuff him. Actually, they'd be like, oh my God, he's got a gun.
And some coke.
Bang, 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 bang. Or they'd say, put your hands up. And then they'd shoot me before they stopped talking. Before he was done saying, put your hands up, he would just go, bang. And I'd be like, wow. They'd be my last word. Not words. Just one word. Ugh. Oh, boy. Lawyer says, thank you, Tara. Now Kyle can pay off the alimony. I wouldn't need to pay it off if you were a better lawyer, you fuck. See what I did there? No? Nobody appreciates me. Doctor says, Kyle, what are your thoughts on the hopefully permanent death of Fortnite? Are you stupid, homie? There's already been a trailer for Chapter 2. Nobody genuinely thought Fortnite's going away. You have any idea how much money people have invested into that title? So much money, in fact, that there was immediate pressure for Fortnite to come out and say, okay, everybody, your purchases, account history, and V-Bucks are all safe. They immediately had to let everybody know that. So this event couldn't even have the effect that they really wanted it to have because they were forced to make people aware that their investments were, they were safe. And that's the bottom line. I'll be real, like only less than probably 2 weeks ago, I bought a Batman skin, in Fortnite. Can you imagine just being able to buy a skin and then play a couple of games with it and not have it again? Shit. People would riot. I hope nobody heard that. It's a good thing I'm not behind a live microphone right now. Back to Tara. Thank you. Tara, wow. You're wonderful. Is Tara making me gassy? I should ask an expert. Silver and Gray says the world is a better place now, Kyle. Wow. I hope to make the world a better place, but I guess we can't all be Tara at the end of the day. Sorry, I'm like scrolling down to the bottom of the chat. Tara says she gotta go. Have a good rest of your night. Kyle, message me on Snap when you're done with the stream. Okay, Tara. You got it. Podocron says they're taking the heat off of Blizzard. Man, I really want to see what happens at BlizzCon. I really want to see them, we'll see. We'll see. As we continue through this list, forgive me, we arrive at number 8. I got very, very lucky. The 2 men who kidnapped me from a bus stop when I was 16 years old had clearly done so with others before. They removed the door handles from the backseat doors, so when I tried to make my way out at a red light, I couldn't get the door open. I'm pretty sure they intended to kill me after they raped me. They drove me to an abandoned gas station and began assaulting me. But about an hour into the experience, a police car drove up to check out what was happening. The man in the back seat with me at the time threatened to slit my throat if I screamed, while his partner got out and convinced the cop that I was his niece and that he and my dad brought me to talk to me. He said they needed to get me straight because I'd been acting out. The cop insisted they leave the gas station right then, and he followed our car back to the highway. They got so worried that he'd remember them if my body turned up the next day that they decided to release me right there. I got thrown down a gravel embankment along the highway, and I ran in the dark to a nearby restaurant. I will never forget lying there in the wet grass after coming to rest at the bottom of the embankment, gazing up at the sky filled with stars, and thinking I was somehow still alive. Injured, anguished, violated, and sorrowful, but alive and able to find a way through the trauma. I was very, very lucky. Ugh. Holy bing bong. Dia says you can draw what you think he looks like. Somebody saying they want to draw. Oh, please. You guys are so new when you want to draw. That's kawaii. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure there's got to be some kind of picture kicking around in the. Well, you know what? We should start pinning the times that people have tried to draw. That'd be cute. Also, what about this little this transition here. You know? Give me a second.
Okay, you saw it too.
Is that a beetle?
I hope so.
What you mean you hope so? And why'd you say it like that?
We live in Florida. We don't know what what half of the things are outside that get in.
What? Well, why do you say I hope so? Like it could be some kind of vampire bug that'll bite us and then turn us. I hope so, Kyle.
It's Halloween.
Oh my god.
Every day of October is Halloween.
Oh my god. As we continue up this list.
I like Linda's response.
Look at this dirty, dumbass bitch. Looking like a cuck fuck boy. You son of a ugly, stupid, Saku. Dumb Saku, motherfucker. You get the hell out of here, Saku. Thank you, Dylan. I appreciate that. Ugly. Just crippled. Pointless Saku. Lack of contribution, not even to what most people consider society, but like humanity. People might prefer the empty space to that which you inhabit. You succubus. You reality succubus. Draining life in this plane of existence of the flourishing beauty. Mother's like, I have to make dinner. Bye. But she spelled it bye. Like she need to buy dinner because she can't cook. With your ass. Learn how to cook. They didn't kidnap the ability to cook, did they, mother? I'm kidding. As we continue up this list, we arrive at number 7. This thread has to set... Yeah. I love when people talk about the fucking thread instead of just, contributing an answer. And then somehow that gets really high on the list. Number 16, as a replacement to the one that we could have read just now, but it was a referential comment to the list itself. A friend of mine was kidnapped on his paper route. My God. He was just delivering the newspapers and they got him? The kidnappers, who were robbers, wanted his van to commit a robbery. Wow, he wasn't even riding a bike. He was in a van. They handcuffed him, put a bag over his head, and left him in the back of the van throughout the robbery. When they were done, they told him to count to 100 before he got up and took off the mask. Pretty crazy. Well, at least they didn't kill him. Good guy robbers, huh? Good guy robbers, huh? They didn't kill the guy. Michelle is out here going, Kyle had no reason to attack Lily like that. Nobody talks to me like that, Michelle. You know, you people are all wearing far too much clothes to think you can address me in any sort of manner. And, if I could issue push-ups right now, I would. But I'm more of a jumping jack man, I suppose. Jumping jack man. Sounds like I just created a creepypasta. Copyright Kyle 2019. The Jumping Jack Man. Could be a movie too. La 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 la. And then he says something like, you should always work on your fitness. The Jumping Jack Man.
The bye-bye man.
It doesn't count unless your hands touch above your head. La la. Rated R. Jesse RDZ 21 says, hi Kyle, I got a breast implant today. I can't afford the other one, but hopefully people are so impressed by the first one that I'll be able to quickly make money to get the other one. Wow, Jesse, that's really cool sounding, I hope. I hope everything works out. That could be a nigga. That could be a nigga named Jesse. Bro, I'm a dude. What are you talking about? Like dudes don't get breast implant surgery. They got to convince. They got to pass, it's funny because like for a genetic, what's the word? It's not genetic, it's biological woman. For a biological woman, they're like, my eyes are up here. But for a trans, male to female woman, they're like, please look down there. I paid good money for this. Yeah, I know. Jesse's like, I am not a girl, I'm a male. Implying that there's only female and male. Can you believe this? That's not progressive. That's not inclusive. Listen, as we continue up this list, we arrive. Wait, at number 5? No, maybe number 6, I guess. I was kidnapped in my car when I was 18 years old. I had been stalked by the guy for around 2 days because I had seen the same truck follow me a couple of times around my college campus. I was just about to get out of my car to go to a bookstore. This guy jumps in the passenger seat with a gun. My God. He made me drive out of town to a remote area where his truck was parked. He wanted to keep the gun on me while he got out of the car because I had a mace thing on my keychain. As he was backing out, he slipped and lost his footing, and I took off in the car. I drove straight to the police station and he was never caught. You must feel like the luckiest woman in the world. You happened to get some sort of bumbling banana peel sliding kidnapper? I'm sure he was stricken with anxiety if this was his first time. My God. My God, it's not even like, I would think a dude in a scenario like this would either be so, like, the testosterone would be coursing through his veins at the idea of, being caught because what he's doing is insane, or, maybe he's, unfortunately, and this is rude to admit, but, think about it, he'd probably be horny because of what he considers he will be able to take as a prize soon, considering he has this person, oh boy, but instead he's so anxious and so tense that he literally just fell over. Let me tell it to you like this, ladies. I know it sounds dangerous, but somebody jumps in your car and they got a gun, boy, and they tell you to go to a second location. What did I tell you earlier? Do not go to the second location. Do not go to the second location. Number 5 on this list. I was kidnapped at gunpoint again, along with my younger brother and my early 20s mother when I was in kindergarten. Oh, my father, who was around 40 years old at the time, hadn't taken the divorce well and already had some psychiatric illness, so he forced us all into his truck and drove us from California to Mexico. At the time, my parents told us kids that we were taking a family trip. I remember the drive, shopping in a street market, being greeted by the flashing lights of police cars when we eventually returned to the States. The police were nice and let us sit in a police car. I remember being excited about that. The next thing I remember was coming home to dead pets. It was only 2 mice, you fuck. Then, being upset that I had missed picture day in school when seeing that the other kids were receiving their photos. I'm not sure how long we were in Mexico, but that'll help set the time frame. I'm not sure what would have happened if my father hadn't decided to take us back. Listen, you better thank your fucking mom, because odds are she was getting on her knees and sucking, some of that insanity out of this guy. You know what I'm talking about? She was probably bending over and allowing him to relieve himself in a way where hopefully she will spare the fucking lives of these children and her. Your mom's the fucking hero here. Your mom is the hero here because a crazy man has no reason to, once the dude has crossed that threshold, and he literally took you guys into no man, there is no law out there as far as, the world is concerned. Whew. Oh my God. Oh my god. This isn't a very big titty list, but you know what? That's okay. Because this list shares a lot with a lot of you in the stream chat. I went there. And let me get like a little Lisa face. And there we go. You're welcome, stream. Number 4. Any day now. Okay, here I am. I was kidnapped at 17 years old by goons that my parents hired to take me to rehab when they found out that I smoked pot. Thanks, Mom and Dad. I was eating dinner with my parents, and all of a sudden, they got up and walked out of the room with no explanation. A few seconds later, 2 huge guys showed up out of nowhere, blocking both exits to the kitchen, and told me to come within. Since they didn't identify themselves at all or tell me what was going on, I assumed I was being kidnapped for real. So I grabbed a kitchen stool and started swinging. I took one down, but the other guy tackled and handcuffed me. After they forced me into the car, they explained who they were and what they were taking me to, and it was a wilderness program in Georgia. We were in DC, so I spent the next few hours apologizing and sucking up to them, basically trying to get them as much on my side as possible. It worked because they stopped for food and told me they would take off the handcuffs and let me eat if I promised to behave. I was a model citizen all throughout dinner, and when we got back in the car, they didn't put the handcuffs back on. A few hours later, we stopped at a gas station. It was dark, and I asked to use the bathroom. One guy was filling the car with gas, and I noticed the guy who was escorting me to the bathroom was limping badly. I learned later that I shattered his kneecap with the stool. Yeah, that's what your dumbass parents get, and I hope they paid this dude's medical bills. I hope they paid this dude's medical bills for organizing the execution of a kidnapping of their child, who was old enough to swing a stool well enough to shatter a dude's kneecap without letting him know what was up. You could have told this little bastard what was up. Hey, we sending you to camp. We're sending you to boarding school. This dude was limping pretty badly, so I figured it was my chance to escape. I made a break for it. I had a good head start on the guy pumping gas, and the limping guy couldn't keep up. I ran into the woods next to the gas station and just kept going. The wolves raised me now. There's a lot more to this story, but I'm on mobile, so long story short, I found a road, hitchhiked to the nearest gas station. You could have been kidnapped again. Isn't that wild? Wouldn't it be crazy if you died? Wouldn't it be crazy if while your parents organized a kidnapping to try to get you off that terrible weed that you're smoking? Woo, so spooky. That weed, boy. That ain't right, boy, not in my house. And then you tried to hitchhike back home, and then you died. Because some mincing boy-hungry dude found you on the side of the highway. Sounded like Herbert from Family Guy and was like, must be my lucky day. Just gotcha. Luckily, I still had my wallet on me, enough to buy a train ticket out of there. I spent the next few months in hiding until I turned 18, and my parents couldn't touch me anymore. Wow. It all worked out for you. He got to stay away from his parents. Pretty intense. Pretty intense. These things happen. Ladies and gentlemen, love you, appreciate you. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Hope things are making sense. And I hope things get better for you if they're not good. And if you're flat, then I hope things get busty for you. And if you're short, then I hope you get longer. And if you want something that you don't have, I hope you get it. And if you have too much and you need to lose it, message me. I'll take it off your hands. You know what I'm talking about? Let's make some money together. Like the video. I'm coming for you. Number 3. I was kidnapped when I was 7 years old. It was by a very drug-ridden family. Drug-ridden, huh? Let's assume he meant drug. It was by a very drug-ridden family member who told me that he was taking me out for ice cream. He left me on a bench outside of a bar when the bartender told him he couldn't bring kids in. What the hell? It was a dirty biker bar in Las Vegas during the 90s. I was young, scared, and didn't fully comprehend the situation. I was confused why we didn't go to an ice cream shop. The family member came out with two men that absolutely terrified me. One of them touched my curly hair and smiled wide. I remember not knowing what to do, so I started to sing, "What if God was one of us?" They got freaked out when I wouldn't stop singing and walked back into the bar. I was definitely a weird kid, but scream singing as a self-defense was kind of smart. I was left alone on the bench again when a man walks up and asks me where my parents are. I told him I didn't get ice cream and wanted to go back to my mom, but my family member wouldn't let me. He walked in the bar, but came out just a minute later and sat with me until the police arrived. God bless this man. 20 years later, my mom saw that the family member for the first time. He was on end-of-life hospice care, but made it to another family member's funeral. When everyone was filtering out, he was waiting on the bus home when my mom punched him in the face. I love my mom. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. Someone says, I'm glad your mom got to do that. Fuck that guy. What a piece of shit. You know, as a dude who's been around the block and absorbed a good amount of things that actually happen, you know, I thought this story was going to go another way. I thought this story was going to go another way. Somebody saying that the Epic Game Store free game is dope this month or something. Should I check out what it is? Should I check out what the Epic Games launcher? Let's see what the free game is. Boys. I'll tell you guys what it is, and then you'll know what's up. Linda says I'm going to ask again, even though I already know the answer. Goose Game Part 2, Kyle. But I'm gassy. I can't give it to you until I'm not gassy. It would lead to farts, which would just ruin the mood of it. You know what I mean? You don't want that. You know? It would make everybody just... I wanted to say flatter, but how can you go flatter, stream? How can you go flatter?
Concave. Concave.
Concave what? Oh, Dia said that you can go flatter, like your chest can go in, like there's a divot in your chest.
Yes.
Concave. Oh my god. I guess it can get flatter, huh? That's not cool. I'm sorry. All right, here we are at number 2. I was kidnapped way before my memories formed, so this is all from my parents and the police report. Basically, a lady in the nursing ward decided to give me a spicy adoption. Now that is a new phrase that most of us haven't heard. Have you guys ever heard of kidnapping with the intent to raise the child referred to as a spicy adoption? Bruh, I want that to be a sexual move. I call this one the spicy adoption. This lady in the nursing ward decided to give me a spicy adoption by hiding me in some sheets and taking me out of the hospital. She was tracked down a few days later and I was handed back to my parents. She didn't mistreat me. Apparently I was a healthy, normal child, and she even bought the expensive stuff in order to take care of me. I got to meet her in my teens. I asked her why me. Bitch, what you think? You different from any of the other little kids? You probably looked healthy. You were probably white. You probably appeared to, not grow into like the ugly type. If a lady is willing to steal a newborn, it's not about you, it's about her. It's with you people. Like your whole life is a movie. So I went up to her in my teen years and I said, why me? And it was because my family hadn't done the paperwork for me correctly, so it was easier to slip out and potentially give her more time to disappear with me. Uh-huh. Right. If you got more questions, feel free to reply to my message. Whatever you guys say, dude. Whatever you guys say. I keep thinking about SSX Tricky. A game I'm not sure you guys have played. Because, you know, I don't know if you guys are cool, man. Y'all kids probably too young for a PlayStation 2. That's 2 console generations ago. It's tricky to rock a rhyme. To rock a rhyme that's right on time. It's tricky. Here we are at number 1 on this list of Kidnap Survivor Stories. Wait, why did Linda want me to mute the mic? What happened?
No. Someone asked, what do live streamers do when they have to fart? And Linda said, mute the mic.
Or they hope that they can bury it by speaking, or they hope that it's silent but deadly. You know? Well, I guess nobody hopes for it to be silent but deadly, so they just hope it's silent in general. Okay. That's that. Michelle says, okay, but that transition is so cute. Okay, well, I'm glad that you like it. Okay. Shouldn't it be the white one? Yeah, I need to get the white one back. I think I had the dark one because... whatever. I don't care. Number 1 on this list. I was kidnapped by a relative as a small child. I was told to hide in the closet while the police searched for me. And if they found me, they would hurt my kitten. I was found. Kitten and I were returned home safely. Well, I'm glad that it all had a happy ending in the end. You know, in my experience, in the end, it doesn't even matter. Even if it starts with love. Ooh! Oh God, I just found a dope list to read later. Yeah, you guys are gonna love that. Alcohol speed. Oh my God. They still can't catch him. Is he really gonna go over to the other side? This is so messed up. I shouldn't laugh. It's not cool. Twitch dodging bullets from China like a pro.
No servers are different, so they may come back in a different time. It was the Thanos snap. You're in Chromium Red.
Can we name the black hole like how we named the block?
So someone already named the black hole. What is your favorite viewpoint of Hong Kong's issue? In all honesty,
Wait. They just cut him off? As he started talking about Hong Kong, so Twitch gives a crap? Somebody said, isn't Twitch banned in China already? And somebody said, yeah, but it doesn't stop Twitch from being pussies on the matter. Okay. What is there to say? I hope you're all doing fantastic. I hope everything's making sense for you. If you need anything, I'm here. The Discord is in the description. If you join the Discord, you'll get notifications of the very random times that I may start streaming. I apologize for not being more consistent. I thank you all for being here. I hope you have a wonderful day or evening or whatever the time is when you watch. And hang in there, you know what I mean? You'll be able to make it. The real question is whether I'll be able to make it. Ooh. Screaming woman breaking up with boyfriend over small penis. Really? Your penis is too small? Oh my god. Whoa, bro. What are you doing? Yo, I feel sorry for anyone's penis that's been close to that mouth or a void. Very tiny. Your penis is very tiny. Small. Okay. Whoa. I feel sorry for anyone who's it shriveled up after hearing that voice. You can't blame the penis. Small. Oh god. Your penis. Whoa. Dude, listen. Phone sex has changed. To each their own. I was hoping she was gonna stare down the camera when they got closer, and her head would rotate. Whoa. How old is this lady? She sounds like a hag. Somebody said small penis humiliation is a real fetish. Is he getting off? Is he getting off? To this, for real, you have to wonder if the person that is on the other end of that phone is just like, oh, I know it's small. Oh, you know what I mean? Oh my god. Oh no. Somebody said it sounds like she needs another cigarette. And the person who posts this responds, dated a girl in college who smoked a lot. I always wanted her to quit, and was always a point of contention between us. She never quit. Ended up talking to her on the phone a couple of months ago, and she's about half the way to sounding like this witch, and her skin reflects it too. You're such a fucking loser. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. You liar. You dirty pig swine eating piece of crap. I can't believe your parents did what they did to you and now you take it out on all of us. But listen, there was a choice inside you all along. You didn't have to be this way, Joseph. You should have been more, Joseph. You can't just be a disappointment to your parents, you must disappoint us as well, Joseph. We don't want to know you or be burdened by your thought, Joseph. Go. Joseph, we banish you. We banish you and your Technicolor Dreamcoat. Wait, who had the Technicolor Dreamcoat? And the Technicolor Dreamcoat. It was Joseph. You old man. Hey, let's see what a Technicolor Dreamcoat looks like on Google Images. Pretty cool. Shouldn't they have made a cooler looking Technicolor Dreamcoat by now? I'm talking LED lights. I'm talking. Angry Joseph. That's what I need to do. Start making video game reviews. What do you guys want to see more than anything on this channel? And I'll try to mix it up. If we can get at least 4 or 5 of you to agree on one thing that you really want to see on this channel, I will mix that up for you. Like this video and tell me right now what you want to see, and you'll get it. I have a sneaking suspicion that people don't know what they want. And I'm not calling you guys people. I'm just saying people in general. But in this case, it's true. I don't think you guys know what you want. King Doss says he wants Joe Mama. Well, I'm not sure that I can reach her for an interview, you know? Nasi Joel says more David Bowie covers. That is very specific. Linda seems to have said something here, but I can't make it out. I apologize. I love you, baby. Love you, sweetie. Sorry, I can't see what's there. I love you, but can't make out that post. It's as if it's just eluding me, Kalen Brady says, your reaction to current event videos are pretty cool. I try to do them as long as they don't seem too much like drama videos. John says, my country looks like freaking Iraq. Search for Ramos Antonini's residential so you can see what I am saying. Well, I mean, we're not going to be Googling locations live on stream, my dude. That sounds like a can of worms that a seasoned streamer like Kyle is a little bit smarter than to open. Even if I wanted to do it off camera. Oh, boy. King Doss says, you tapping your mic for a video, my man? Did I make it clear what I was looking for? You want a video of me tapping my mic? I'm sure it's been done. What we need to do is get together in a Discord, or in my Discord, and figure out something that hasn't been done in the way of a shitposty meme. We should do that. And then I'll make a video about it. I would like to make you all aware of the tools that I have at my what do we call it? What do we call it? The tools that I have at my disposal. Thank you. A Yoda puppet. The sky is the limit. What's a weird sexual experience that you've had? I will read this because I want you all to be aware. I was in a bit of a rut sexually. The last time I had sex was about 2 years ago with my girlfriend at the time. I've been posting Craigslist, for the past 4 or so months. No responses to my ads, no replying back from my emails, until about a week ago. I get a reply, and honestly, Meditations 3. I get a reply, and honestly, didn't think anything of it, because it went to my spam folder and the email title was, hey man, can you help me out? I almost deleted it, but decided to take a glance at it. It was a guy. He was in his early 30s. To paint a better picture for you, I will post our email conversation. Guy. Hey bro, just wondering if maybe you can help me out? Me. Is this a male or a female? Guy. Male. A married male. But before I scare you off, it's no gay shit. I'm looking for somebody to fuck my wife. Me. Okay. Guy. Yeah. Her and I have been talking about this for a while and we're ready to do it. You game? Me. Well, it's something I've never done before, but I guess I'd be open to it. He goes on to describe him and his wife, and then sends me a picture. And she is really good looking. She better have been thicker than a bowl of oatmeal with some huge ass F cups. I'm talking about. It wasn't like fake picture good looking. Like, this is a real woman good looking. Anyway, my dick is getting the better of me, and I send him a picture. He tells me he will show his wife and get back to me. The next morning he emails me and tells me it's all good. She's interested. He asks if I could meet the weekend, and I tell him sure. We communicate via email, text for the next few days. Well, lo and behold, the weekend comes, and he texts me that they won't be able to do it this weekend. They're going out of town. I figure they were blowing me off, so I moved on. Monday rolls around and he texts, hey bro, you still interested? I almost didn't respond, but again, my dick got the better of me. So I just responded, sure. So he wants to know if I'll meet at their place. I agree, even though I'm a little weary about it. Weary? Do you mean wary? Punk. So he wants to meet me around 7 p.m. asks me to call him when I'm on the way. They live about 30 minutes away from me. I get on the road and I call him, and he answers, "Okay, bro, here's the deal. When you get here, I'll bring you to my wife. You're gonna fuck her, no condom, nut inside her, and leave." Nigga, what? Hell nah, that's red flag city. And here I am going, and he tells me that she's clean, she can't get pregnant, and that he wants to experience muddy pussy? What am I doing to my channel? He then explains what muddy pussy is. Another man cooming inside a woman, and the husband fucking her right after. Santa Maria. Ay caramba. So I tell him, kind of like sloppy seconds? And he says, "Well, I prefer muddy pussy, but whatever." After all this, I still agree. He asks me to call him when I get to their street. I get to his street and I call him. He lives in a very nice subdivision, and he's outside waving. What kind of life y'all living where y'all trusting enough to bang a chick without a rubber? They trying to baby trap you, dude. They trying to baby trap you. He is about 6'2", 240 pounds. Looks like he's used to working out a lot, but then stopped. Very big arms, but not muscular. Had a thin beard and dark hair. I get out of my truck and I go to shake his hand, and he doesn't shake it. Just says, "All right, bro, here are the rules. No kissing. No fingering or touching her pussy. No playing with her ass. No going down on her. Just get in there, fuck her, coom inside her, and leave. Got it?" I say, "Sure." He takes me into the house. We walk to the back where his bedroom is. He opens the door, and his life is laying in bed naked. Oh my God. I'm going to end you. I'm going to end your life. I'm kidding. She looks up and smiles. He sits in a chair and I get undressed. I was hard the whole way there, but nerves got the best of me and I had a hard time getting it up. I start playing with her tits, and my God, she had a great body and smelled excellent. I started sucking on her tits, and her husband said, "All right, bro, that is your first and last warning. I said no kissing." So I'm halfway hard, and I'm still grabbing her tits. So I put it in. She moaned and put her hands on my shoulders. I started pumping it away, and I lasted about 3 or 4 minutes. I finished inside her, like he asked. As soon as I was done, I got off of her, turned around, and her husband was standing there with my clothes in his arms. Put them in my hands and basically pushed me out of the bedroom. He closed the door, and I could hear him say, "You liked fucking that little boy, didn't you? I can't believe you let that piece of shit come inside you." Here I am, amazed at what had just happened, trying to get my clothes back on. I realized one of my socks was still inside the room, but decided to take a loss on that one. They were comfortable socks, too. I left, and afterwards I felt really dirty. I wasn't thinking with the right head. Afterwards, I started to panic. What if I had STDs and whatnot? I'm usually really careful, but I was so horny. The next day, I texted him to let him know that I had a good time, and he texts back, "Yo, bro, just because you fucked my wife doesn't mean we're pals. Fuck off." The end. You know, when you expect the story to get a little more dramatic in the way of like, and then I got some paperwork that says I'm the dad or something. Somebody says, well, that was a ride. Somebody else says, yo, bro, just because you fucked your wife doesn't mean we're pals. Fuck off. Our wife, bro. But my sock, you know? But my sock. But my sock. Michelle is tired says, is it just me? Or have my breasts been getting smaller and smaller and I've been wanting to live less and less? Sorry. It's just a joke. My God, get over it. As I roll down to the next entry, it says, I met this extremely cute girl at a bar. Went back to my place. Very disappointing. She was a complete dead fish in bed. But that's not the weird part. I got frustrated and said, you can do stuff too. She thought for a moment, then leaned over, tickled my pee-pee like it was a baby. Coochie coochie coo! Oh, somebody said it. But my comment is original. I'm not a normie. We were covered in glow-in-the-dark paint, with nothing but black lights on. It's like fucking, but in the movie Tron or something. Do kids know what Tron is? If you're old enough to be listening to this video, you should know what Tron is, punk ass. If you're young enough to where you don't know, then like, get your flat chest. We did it because she bought a blow-in-the-dark stud for her tongue and went to Spencer's for the rest. Oh my God. Number 4. My first blowjob. She used so much teeth. I kept breathing in sharply, and she thought it was because I loved it. But no, it was from the pain. Someone responds, me and my friends call this the cheese grater. I gotta get off, no matter what the cost. Ow, 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 but yes, but yeah. But it feels good. I'm getting used to the pain now. Oh yeah. I was actually thrusting while I was doing that. I apologize. That's not good. That's not good. You know, I was getting into it. It's called voice acting. All right. This is the last thing I'm reading. Like the video right now. Like the video right now. How dare you? How dare you not like it? You like it, don't you? You like it. You like that? I don't know why I started reading this other list. I don't know what's come over me. But all you need to understand is that I got stupid drunk. Woke up hours later in bed next to a birthday clown. She was hired as part of the entertainment for my nephew's 10th birthday. We started chatting after the show. That's so hot. I followed her back to her place, where we sat in her living room drinking. There's some joking around about how funny a hookup between us would be. I woke up at around 6 a.m. in the dark room looking at the clown nose on the nightstand on one side of me, and an actual sleeping clown on the other. My clothes were in a heap on the floor. My shoes ended up in the living room. Was there like a ramp in there and some unicycles? Apparently a lot of, let's call it, debauchery went on. I don't know how many of you have actually ever woken up next to a half-naked birthday clown, but I didn't have so much as a walk of shame, as a drive of shame. How thick was this clown? Were the titties huge? Like double D titties? You know what I'm thinking? I want like a picture of this clown. If it was a thick clown, I'd be like, damn, girl. I got something that you could spin into a balloon if you're interested. You could use them skills to turn it into an animal. Just, you know, fold it. Please tell me your drive of shame was in a tiny car with a bunch of other people. Honk honk. Ridiculous. And now that Hilda is here and saying hello at the end of an 1.5-hour stream, I'd like to let everybody know that I love you. I thank you for liking the video. And you know, I want to see you again soon. I'll see you tomorrow, you know? I want to thank Tara for her wild and incredible contribution this night. I appreciate her. And I appreciate all of you for liking the video. I want to thank the patrons. Oh, damn. And I want to thank my hot, sticky sponsors. Look at them. I'm going to update these pages in case people are becoming patrons and are clicking the join button. I love you, and I'll catch you all soon. Do what you do. Stay out of trouble. And join the Discord if you want notifications for when these streams are going live. Later.